tell you when we're going.
That other one is not open yet, so you can guess.
3,
Maybe in between.
2. PH Athletics presents Bronco Baseball. Today, the Tom Kaechele Classic, featuring the Dwight-Englewood Bulldogs and the Pascack Hills Broncos. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pascack Hills High School. I'm Matthew Merlino, joined by two color commentators today. Dan Singer, coach of the MAL rec and travel teams, and former four-year starting shortstop here at Pascack Hills, Mr. Ant Balzano. This one should be fun, guys. I think this should be a good game. We may have a pitcher's duel today, but I'm not sure. It'll be Eddie Mulligan starting for the Broncos, and it will be Everett starting for Dwight-Englewood. What do you guys think so far by seeing them warm up?
Watching Everett warm up looks like it's going to be tough. Big kid, 6'3", going to St. John's next year on a scholarship, and he looks nasty. Kid looks nasty. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a really good pen session for him. It looked like he's coming out throwing a lot of sweepers, some good movement on it, some good velocity. It should be a good pitcher's duel today.
And Dwight-Englewood showed up about a half hour late, so
yeah.
our guy was warming up at, for the last 40 minutes, so hopefully he's got some gas left in the tank.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's hope that happens. There's also the potential for Matt Tortora, the Broncos shortstop to shine. He went 4 for 4 yesterday with a double and 3 singles in the Broncos' 9-5 win over Wayne Valley. Do you think we could see any hitters today?
I think so. I think, the approach against a kid like this Everett Garber, watching him warming up, big kid, got a low three-quarter release. I think you got to attack him early and avoid his off-speed stuff. Watching him warm up, you do not want to face a sweeper. You want to hit his fastball early, and if you don't do that, it's going to be a problem because his off-speed stuff does look pretty ridiculous.
We also have Sean Barry, our cameraman here. Anthem starting now. We'll be back for the first pitch. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of the other things to note today seems to be the wind. Seems like it's blowing outfield to infield, so ball could get hung up if it's hit high in the air. So, but with the speed of this pitcher, Everett Garber for Dwight-Englewood, I think a lot of quick base hits here will be important for Hills to get out to an early start.
We're just about set to get started. Of course, 7 innings being played today. Eddie Mulligan is the starting pitcher for the Broncos. At first base, Kyle Wankus. Second features Andrew Strime instead of the usual Emerson Show. He's a sophomore. Strime is a senior. At third, it's Ariane Stern with Matt Tortora filling in at short. And in the outfield, Ronan Stern, Joe Giordano, and Jake Lula left to right. Warm-ups getting started. Some final thoughts before we begin here, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's a cold day. Interesting to see how the pitchers adapt. It is, it's cold. It's tough to get a grip on a baseball in these conditions, and expect the hitters to attack early and avoid some off-speed stuff. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, just say looks like Hills is coming off 2 strong performances. Good start to the season, 2-0. Team's hitting over 400 in the first 2 games. Obviously, it's early, but certainly some good signs there. And on the Hills pitching side, 2 good starts. ERA's about 1.50 in 2 games. So hopefully they can continue that into today's and continue the momentum.
Well, let's see what happens. I think the final warm-ups are done, and it will be Austin Kim, the sophomore, leading off for Dwight-Englewood. They have got off to a rocky start this year. 1 tie, 3-3 against Glen Rock, and then a big loss in their last game. That was against Leonia. They lost 14-4. So we shall see if they can get some momentum going today. Let's hope it's not against the Broncos, though.
I'd like to see somebody try to run on this left fielder, Stern. Watching this kid warm up pregame, cannon. Absolute cannon.
We'll see how things go. He's had a few hits to him in the previous games. Austin Kim ready to go. So is Eddie Mulligan, and so are we. Here's the first pitch, and it's outside.
See, we saw this when Eddie was warming up. He was a little up in the bullpen. He's got to work his glove side and get the ball down here.
Yep.
There you go.
And there's a ground ball. Tortora gets it up and gets the first out of the inning.
Very nice play.
Nice
Very,
play
very
to start off the game. Yep.
Third baseman did a really nice job of ducking out of the way so we can make that throw across the diamond. Nice play all around.
Tortora looks like he's got a pretty strong arm there in the hole there. Nice play.
Torts definitely could be a star on this team. He contributed very well to that state championship team last year, and they're looking to repeat, of course, this year. First pitch to Dwight-Englewood's second batter, that is Reese Bowie, usually a pitcher, but today will play at first base. It's outside and a foul ball there, so count even at 1-1.
Looks like some good velocity out of Mulligan so far. We saw some evidence of that in the pen. Looks like it's continuing here.
We'll see, he did spend a lot of time warming up. Hopefully that doesn't tax his arm too much. 1-1 pitch. And
that is ripped.
Which is caught by Jake Lula near the right
Nice play.
wall.
Really nice play. The wind, you could see Lula turning, spinning around a couple times. It gets caught in the wind, and the wind is really whipping. Looking at the flag, it was blowing, blowing in, and now it's blowing, left to right.
Yeah.
Really nice play.
Heck of a play out there, absolutely.
I'm sure you can hear the wind over our microphones. We're sorry about that, but there's really nothing we can do. Chance for a 1-2-3 inning to start things off for Mulligan. Here it is. Tortora cannot handle it, but still gets the throw off. Man is safe at first. That is the pitcher, Everett Garber. And so Dwight-Englewood has a man on.
Likely scored E6 there. Just beat it out.
It's a tough play. Balls hit hard in the hole, backhand. That's a hard play.
And so up comes the senior J.D. Collins, the third baseman, wearing number 18. He's looking to extend the inning.
Dan, what do you look for on the base path here?
Right now, I think, I'm not too familiar with this J.D. Collins, but I think you want to test out especially how cold it is. I want to test his catcher early. I would be expecting this kid to be on the move.
Got it.
Jake Szabo is a sophomore catcher making his third start for the Broncos, replaced Dom Musco, a senior last year who graduated. He's had a pretty good go at it so far. Low pitch there to make it 1-0.
Mulligan has to start getting ahead of hitters. He's got to start getting ahead. He's thrown 4 first pitch balls.
Yep.
Got to start working ahead. It's hard starting at bat down 1-0, 2-0.
Yep.
And there's a grounder to Tortora. He makes up for his mistake and gets the third out of the inning. So we go to the middle of the first, still tied at 0, and now the Broncos will have a chance to break that tie back in a few moments.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this first at-bat from Kyle Wenkes. Through 2 games, he's hitting over 700. Should be interesting to see him with 1 RBI, and he's got 1,000 slugging percentage so far.
Yeah, let's go.
And the pitcher for Dwight-Englewood, Everett Garber, tall senior wearing number 12. In 4 innings pitched, he has 3 strikeouts so far.
Yeah, this kid was pumping strikes. You got to look to attack early. He was around the plate his entire bullpen.
Now this is kind of a rookie question, I guess, but what would you say the height that he has, the height difference, especially with the mound at the high school level, how big is that impact?
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge impact. He's a big kid, very long arms, coming at a low 3/4. That's tough.
That ball's ripped.
There's a rip to the center gap, the left center gap, and Wenkes is on to start things off for the Broncos. A nice hit there.
Really nice swing. Really nice swing.
Absolutely. Tell you, it continues to stay hot.
Yeah, he was on that.
Yep.
Not trying to do too much.
Right.
And that's what you got to do against a kid like this.
Right.
You can't try to jack the ball out of the park. You just got to take what he
Exactly.
gives you and put the ball in play.
We're talking against a D1 pitcher here, right? Committed to St. John's.
And so now comes up the shortstop, Matt Tortora. Went 4 for 4 yesterday against Wayne Valley. Misses the bunt, but a wild pitch will be ball 1.
Guess the idea is, move him over and get Giordano up with a guy in scoring position.
Wenkes is known to be a menace on the base paths. He may be the number 1 base stealer on this Bronco team.
Nice move.
It's not the good one. Just
Yep.
showed him a little something here
Yep.
pretty quick. Might have a better one in his back pocket.
Yep.
Just got back to that first base in time, but no issue for Wank. You just watch him go.
Totora through 2 games hitting over 850 with 4 RBIs, so there's obviously some power here too.
2-0 count here. No out, and Kyle Wankus on first for the Broncos. We're in the bottom of the first inning here between Dwight-Englewood and Pascack Hills, the Tom Kaechele Classic, part of many games going on across North New Jersey today in the sport of baseball.
That's why we wait for Garber to tie his shoe. You
Right.
think they showed up so late. You think they'd have their shoes tied.
They had enough time on the bus to do that, but I guess not. 2-0 to Tortora. Looked for the bunt again, but that was a strike.
Dan, what do you look for here? 2-1, quick runner on first, no out. What are you thinking
With
here?
a two-hitter, this is a great hit and run situation.
That's what I'm thinking.
Great hit and run
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
This kid's around the plate.
On a plate, right?
Around the plate.
Right.
Hot hitter up.
Yep.
Fast runner at first.
That's what I was thinking here. Let's see if
It's
they,
early enough in the game to take a chance.
let's see if they get him in motion.
Some wind gusts picking up now.
Oh, they bumped him.
There's a
They bunt
bunt,
him
foul, and that'll make it 2-2.
Don't love that call.
No. I was anticipating a hit and run there.
I went to the game yesterday against Wayne Valley. They did like bunting a lot of times when there was just a man on first.
Okay.
That may be part of the coaching philosophy for Nick Evans. In his 3rd year as coach, won the 2 championship last year and looking to repeat. And there's a rip to right field that's caught, and Wankus has to go back to first base.
The wind is definitely going to play a factor today.
You can
this
see
kid,
it holding it
ball's
up.
hit
Yep.
right to the kid. He's like stuttering his feet all over the place.
Yep.
The ball's moving a lot once
Yep.
it's put in the air.
1 out, and now up comes the star of this Bronco team, man committed to the University of Richmond, played a major part in that Group 2 championship game last year, pitched a 7-inning shutout. Joey Giordano committed to the University of Richmond to play D1 baseball next year. Here he comes up to the plate.
Runner goes.
And here comes Wankus, no
throw.
challenge
No
at
throw.
all.
No throw.
See, this is my problem. You just wasted your number 2 hitter.
Right.
Trying to bunt over. This kid just stole second, not
Right.
even a throw. No
Right.
problem. You know, you make him run early.
I would have had
and,
him in
and
motion.
you don't lose your 2 hitter.
Absolutely.
You know, with 2 strikes against a tough Division 1 pitcher.
Absolutely.
That's a pop foul, which will make it 0-1.
You guys ever call him like Joey Ravioli or anything like that when you see him in the hallways?
Well, I don't really see him,
Okay.
but he's an interesting character and a damn good baseball player.
Hitting 429 over the 2 games, 2 RBIs.
Dad was a stud baseball player.
Of course, his main position at pitcher, but he also fills in at center field when he's not pitching. Overall, very good guy. Maybe our own Shohei Ohtani, but we'll see about that.
That's a comparison.
That's an interesting comparison. Hopefully not the gambling part.
Yeah, we'll leave that. Yeah. Does he have a translator?
Pretty nice lead off second.
That's a good pitch.
Yep.
Tough pitch.
Good pitch from Garber makes it 0-2 for Giordano, and now
Tough getting down
Broncos
0-2
facing
here.
2 out.
Yeah. Tough sweeper. Right?
Here you're
That's
just looking, Dan. What do you think? Just punch one through?
I think you just gotta choke up and make contact.
Yeah.
That-
There it is.
There
Job.
it is.
Ah.
Oh,
Ah.
but caught by
All right,
the
nice
third
play.
baseman.
I think right idea
That
there.
being
Yeah.
J.D. Collins, the senior. And so now 2 are away with Kyle Wankus, the lone man, on. And up comes Andrew Strime in the cleanup position, playing at second base today in the field. And probably not coming out of the bullpen, but in the past 2 games he's been a bullpen pitcher. Two away, I believe a hit's very much needed
Oh, he
here.
hit him.
But
He hit him.
Hit him.
you'll take a man on there. Strime gets hit by a pitch on his first pitch to him. And so now up comes Arion Stern. It's funny. I know these guys by their walk-up music.
Yeah. A lot different than when we played ball here.
Yes.
We didn't have speakers. We didn't have walk-up music. It's a much simpler game.
These guys have some fun as there's
That's a base
play
hit.
through second base, And here comes Wankus to give the Broncos a 1-run
Did
lead.
exactly what he needed to do there.
Attack early.
Base
Beautiful.
hit, scores a run. Yep,
Beautiful.
absolutely.
Really nice job. Really nice job.
Hills out to a 1-0 lead early.
So Strime gets on second. Arion Stern gets an RBI. He gets to first base, and now, coming up in the 6th batting position is the DH Anthony Blackford. 2 out, and a man on first and second.
Garber in a bit of trouble here this first inning. See if Hills can capitalize here.
Different game pitching with runners on.
Yeah,
Real
absolutely.
big leg kick. These guys got a steal on him.
I would run. I agree.
Real big leg kick.
I agree. Test the
slow to
catcher.
plate.
Yep.
Wankus, when he stole it, didn't even throw.
Yeah,
No
didn't even
chance.
draw a throw.
Good pitch to throw on.
Yeah.
Kid's super slow to the plate.
Holding him fairly
Strike one
tight.
for Blackford.
Second baseman's holding him fairly tight here.
And a looking strike 2. So quickly Blackford behind in the count, 0-2 with 2 away.
Blackford's hitting 250 through 2 games with 1 RBI, so let's see if he could add to that here.
High ball makes it 1-2.
I think you got to still be looking something off speed here if you're Blackford. Down in the count.
Absolutely.
That fastball of Garber's very good, as a wild pitch there
There you
will
go.
allow Strime to go to third, and going to second is Ari Stern.
Catcher missed that ball entirely, and it hit the umpire.
What do you think? Did they look crossed up?
That must have been a cross-up. He was probably flashing an off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
Catcher thought it was going to, and he just fired a fastball.
Yeah, it didn't seem so inaccurate. It looked more like a cross to me. Big opportunity, right, for Hills here.
Yes, 2-2
Base hit should
for
score 2.
Blackford. Strime and Stern
I thought the
both in
umpire took one
scoring
off the
position.
chest.
It did look like it,
Yes,
yeah. Outfield playing
either
fairly
the
deep
shoulder or the high chest for Blue.
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Big spot here for Blackford. Big spot.
I have a feeling the umpire's going to be watching WrestleMania tonight. Looks like a
Tough guy. Could be. Didn't even flinch.
No flinching.
That
Off
should
the
be a
top
fun
rope.
one.
No
Right.
problem.
Blackford could really kind of bust it open here. Base hit should score 2.
Need a big secondary at second base going on anything here.
2-2 is fouled off.
Good job protecting there from Blackford.
We thank you for joining us here on our PH Athletics YouTube channel, your home for Bronco baseball and softball broadcast. Generally, we'll bring them to you the morning after they happen, although the Saturday game should be posted by the evening. Takes ball number 3, and so a full count here for Anthony Blackford and Everett Garber.
Big pitch coming here. What do you think, Ann?
Yeah, I think he's got to come in with a fastball here. You figure runners will be in motion. Full count, 2 out. Big spot here for Blackford. Let's see what he can do.
Bottom of the first, 2 out, and both runners in scoring position.
Dropped
tough
the
pitch.
sweeper. Wow.
Was a
nice
sweeper,
pitch.
went off speed.
Big
Wow,
pitch
nice
from
pitch.
Garber,
I think he
and
fooled him there.
that will bring us to the end of the first inning. 1-0 Bronco lead. They'll look to hold on to it when we get back. We begin the top of the second with the 5th batter, the catcher, Mateus de Alba, the junior for Dwight-Englewood.
Got to give Garber credit there. Bottom half of the inning came back. Full count.
And there's a pop fly infield, and Tortora goes to the other side of second base to make the catch.
Yeah, Garber really worked himself out of a tough spot there. 2 on with 2 out, came back with a tough sweeper.
Very dangerous at-bat there. Could have been
Absolutely.
very big for the Broncos, but Blackford could not handle the heat from Garber.
That ball's ripped.
There's another rip, but it falls. Giordano coming to grab it, but the man gets on for Dwight-Englewood.
Yeah, Dwight-Englewood swinging the bat.
They are. They're getting on.
Mulligan's doing a good job. He's doing
Good
a
hit
job.
there. Good hit there for the center fielder, freshman Noah Fisher.
Freshman. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And also
at-bat.
another freshman coming up. This is Kevin Rich, the left fielder. one away with one on, and a swinging strike one.
Way to get ahead. Good job.
A little bit early activity in the pen here.
That's Joe Napolitano warming up, as you guys said. Possibly too much warm-up for Eddie Mulligan.
Nice play. Nice play by Mulligan jumping off the mound there.
Fielder's choice there as Mulligan gets the out at first, and suddenly 2 are away with the man on second.
Mulligan's working quick. So he's around the plate
Yep.
now. They're putting the ball in play, but they're hitting it right at guys.
Good athletic play there. Jump off the mound like that.
See, pitchers are athletes. I told you.
right.
Told
That's
you.
right.
These guys.
Foul ball for strike number 1.
Mike Messi.
Yep.
Probably no relation to the.
Lionel?
Yeah.
I
Probably
wouldn't
not.
think so.
Probably
I think
not.
he lives down in Miami. This is Michael Meese, I believe,
Oh,
number
Meese.
44.
Oh. I'm from Richfield Park.
Yeah, I would've
struggle-
said
We
Messi,
struggle
too.
with
Right.
with the English language.
Right. It's a different dialect in those parts, Dan.
Swinging strike number 2 for Meese.
Good stuff
And
from Mulligan here.
Yeah, you got to live there.
Yep.
Got to throw that same pitch,
Yep.
same spot.
I'd come right back with it.
Don't make a mistake. Leave it out over the
Mulligan
middle.
1 strike away from going to the bottom of the second.
Oh,
gets
off
it.
speed.
Wow.
Off speed.
No,
Nice pitch.
drop third strike, and Szabo will get the out to Wenkes at first.
Mulligan looks tough today. Looks very tough.
And we go to the bottom of the second. A quick one so far. It seems like we got a pitch clock or something.
Yeah, that's
1
right.
to nothing, the Broncos with the lead. And there's a rip from Jake Lula. Gets through second base. And it will be a base hit for Jake Lula on an 0-1 count to start the bottom of the second inning.
Did exactly what you're supposed to do as a leadoff hitter there. Hard ground ball right up the middle. Get an early start on the bases here.
And now up comes the 8th batter in the lineup, the catcher, Jake Szabo. Sophomore. He's hitting .400 so far with 1 RBI.
Good move. Good move from Garber. Keeping him close on the base path there.
Lula with the reaction to move back. Fortunately, Dan Singer has to go. He's got some other obligations coaching our rec baseball teams here in Montvale as 1 goes away, that being Szabo at first.
Nice sacrifice bunt there. Executed perfectly. Moves the runner over to second, sacrifices himself, and now we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Co's looking to play on some small ball today, it looks like.
Looks like it. We shall see. Up comes the final batter in the Hills lineup. This is Ronan Stern in the left fielder position, wearing number 1.
Stern's been hot last 2 games, batting .500 with 1 RBI and a .500 slugging percentage.
It's a high ball to start things off. Watch for Lula to steal here.
Yeah, I'd like to see some movement. Let's see. Not taking an extremely big lead.
Strike 1 for Garber.
Looking for a base hit here if you're Hills.
And there's a grounder down the first base line for Stern. It'll be 2 away as Lula goes to third.
Opposite field there. Didn't quite get through the hole, but advances the runner to third. And, you know, it gives you options, right? Hopefully maybe you see a pass ball here if you're Hills. Something kicks off to the side of the backstop. We're obviously looking for a base hit. Let's see what he can do here.
And so this is Kyle Wenkes. He seems a bit cold. He's got a mask on. Number 30, the leadoff. Takes a low ball.
Winkus started off the game, right, Matt, with a base
Yes.
hit, so he continues his hot streak. Over 700 coming into the game. That's certainly moved up since we've started.
There's a bit of a buzz of athletic activity here at Pascack Hills. We've got a boys lacrosse game going on as well while these guys play. Had some softball practicing and track and field practicing before overall spring sports season in full display here at Hills. Mike is 1-0 now. Takes a strike.
Looked a little upstairs to me from here, but tough to say from the angle.
I agree, but I think that was in the zone.
Let's see what Garber comes back with here.
Trying to get ahead in the count. Garber into his windup, and Wankus fouls one off to the dugout. So now 1-2 with 2 out, and Jake Lula on third base. The Broncos only up 1-0. And there's a high fly ball down the first base line, and I think that's foul.
It was foul. Yep. Good job hanging tough with 2 here.
Wankus had Tommy John over the summer, was the closer last year, but of course won't be pitching. He still fills in at first base and of course bats. And there's a high fly ball over to center.
Will that drop?
Gonna be caught.
Nope.
That by
no
Austin Kim, number 17. And so that will bring us to the end of the second inning. The Broncos still with a 1-0 lead over Dwight-Englewood. Top of the third here for Dwight-Englewood. A foul tip to start things off for the Bulldogs, down 1-0. Mulligan deals a low one.
Mulligan's had an impressive start. Looks good today. Relatively low pitch count. Been around the plate.
2-1 now. This is Jackson Jaffrey, the senior designated hitter for Dwight-Englewood, batting 9th. Takes a swinging strike 3, and so that'll be the first out for Mulligan.
Tough pitch.
Toughing it out so far, I
Yep.
would say, after, as you and Dan said, early warm-up.
Yes.
Of course, they scheduled this game to start at 11. Dwight-Englewood got here about 10:50, so
Yeah.
that wasn't going to happen.
He certainly had his warm-up in the pen. We were a little bit worried about his arm, but Mulligan's look strong.
There's a high ball to Austin Kim to start the second at-bat of the inning.
I'll tell you, the wind's really picking up here.
Hopefully it dies down. Sun hasn't really come out. You can see a little bit, but there's cloud cover all over this complex. Outside for ball 2.
Dwight-Englewood's certainly not embarrassed or shy to make noise from the dugout.
I think they all do that. That may have changed from when you were
I may be getting a little old, Matt.
I wouldn't say that, but things have certainly changed in 25 years.
Boy, is that true. 25 years.
Especially here, as
That's
you
right.
said before we got on. Ooh, nice swinging strike.
Mulligan
there.
really dealing here.
3-1. And there's a grounder over to Tortora. He gets the throw off to Wankus, and there's 2 away.
Nice play from Tortora. Very smooth over there at short.
And so now comes up Reese Bowie. He's batting .667. I believe he got on in the top of the, in the top of the first.
Looks like he's been Dwight-Englewood's hottest hitter in the first 2.
One
first 2
RBI
games.
through the first 2 games and 1.667 slugging. Outside pitch for ball number 1 from Mulligan.
Just missed. Good spot. Good spot on the outside part. Came back with the same pitch.
Looking
This time he
strike
caught-
right down the middle.
This time he caught the corner.
That looked right down the middle to me, but you've got a better vantage point
Yeah, I might have just caught it.
and the eye of a 4-year starter.
Right.
1-2 now.
Hill's looking to get out of this inning pretty quickly.
High 1. 2-2.
I tell you, we were joking about the pitch clock before, but Mulligan does not like to take time between pitches. He's a quick dealer.
I respect that wholeheartedly.
Yep.
Ooh, there's a rip
ball's hit
down
hard.
the first base line. That'll be a base hit at least. Here's Lula
Looks
in
like
the
he's
corner.
going 2.
He's
Let's
going
see.
for 2, and I think he's going to get
He's-
it. So it is a two-out double for Reese Bowie, of course, the big hitter for Dwight-Englewood.
He certainly continues his hot streak.
And with two out, there's a man on second for the Bulldogs. And now up comes Everett Garber, the pitcher, number 12, a senior who bats .333.
Yeah, now here he's looking to help himself, right? Struggling a little bit on the mound today. Base hit here will definitely give him a little breathing room. Let's see what he can do.
And just as we mentioned it, the sun's coming
Yeah.
up.
Maybe more of a spring field now than it was the winter time this morning here.
Oh, we need that. Weather has not been cooperating. In fact, the earth itself has not been cooperating. These Broncos barely got their opening day game in at Indian Hills, 7-2 win. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all rained out. Yesterday, they got a 9-5 win over Wayne Valley, but the earth even couldn't take that. It started to shake. Today, a bit cold and windy as it was yesterday, but good conditions and no earthquakes.
Well, that's a relief. Interesting. Dwight-Englewood just put on, Hills just put on Garber with an intentional walk.
Yes.
Looking for the force here, obviously, Hills, and also to take the bat out of Garber's hands.
Interesting call, and it'll bring up J.D. Collins, who hits a high fly ball
That is
over
deep.
to us. It is deep and dropped by Ari Stern at the center fence, and that will be 1 run scoring. 2 runs will score. And the call at third is safe.
He's in there.
So Dwight-Englewood, with one swing of the bat, goes from being down 1-0 to up 2-1.
J.D. Collins made him pay. Made Hills pay on that with the intentional walk.
2 out now with a man on third, and now Mulligan may be taxed a little bit. Jake Szabo, the catcher, having a conversation with the umpire.
I tell you, Matt, that ball was struck.
I had a feeling that was gone. It got a gust of wind the other way, though. It didn't help.
Yeah, that ball was hit very hard, very deep in this part of the park.
And so that will bring up Mateus de Alba, a 2 RBI triple, as Alba takes a high ball. Some more wind gust. Low ball here. And now, if you're Coach Evans,
Yep.
when do you go to the bullpen?
Well, you like to get through this inning with Mulligan if you can. Obviously, here we got to be careful of a pass ball with a runner on third. Looks like a quick runner on third. But ultimately, you like to see Mulligan get through this inning, and then you could take the half of the inning to assess how he's feeling, check his pitch count. There was some early activity in the pen here for Hills, but it's been quiet ever since. He may want to go another if he could hold him here.
It's a swinging strike to make it 2-2. Joe Napolitano, the only man to warm up in the bullpen so far for the Broncos. He's a sophomore, so I know him from my days covering Fieldstone baseball, but he's a pitcher. I think he's all right, but I haven't seen him play at the high school level, especially at the varsity level.
Okay, so he's a Montville ball player for years now.
Kid.
Okay. Matt, what's the makeup of the Hills team? Are they mostly Montville kids or mix of Wickle Flake as well?
I really only know where the sophomores come from.
Okay.
I don't know many of the juniors or the seniors. But I have a feeling the older guys are more Woodcliff Lake and the younger guys are more Montville.
Okay, interesting.
But I could be wrong.
Mulligan just missed on that pitch.
Full
Upstairs,
count,
just a little
3-2 with a man on third and 2 out. Foul ball. No, it's fair.
Looked like it hit off his shin. I think the umpire
Umpire
called
did
it dead.
call it foul.
Yep. Good pitching duel here.
So we stay at 3-2. And De Alba with a tough at-bat.
Full count, gotta be looking fastball at this point if you're Alba.
And there's a pop foul. So I would say this is our first battle of the game.
Yeah, this is a great at-bat.
We've had some quick at-bats through most of it, but this one extending. Full count, 2 straight foul balls for Mateus de Alba. And a low one
He
will
drew
give
a
him
walk.
a walk.
It's a really good at-bat from Alba. Really good at-bat.
So runners go on the corners now with 2 away.
So now you have an interesting situation with 2 out here. Does Dwight-Englewood look to send Alba? Get some motion, get a steal here. We'll see what happens.
A mound conference for Mulligan. Noah Fisher, the freshman, will come up. I believe he was the man who hit that big hit in the first inning or second inning. So we shall see what he can do from the plate, the center fielder. And Coach Evans talking it over with Mulligan and the infield Broncos.
I imagine part of that mound visit was also a little strategy here to see what the Hills defense is going to do if Alba should take off and try to steal second. Will they throw through? Will they cut the ball off and kind of look to get maybe the runner on third to bite? Maybe get him in a rundown? Let's see what this at-bat brings here.
See what happens. It's a fresh one for Noah Fisher. And he tries to pick off to Alba. Does not get it.
I think Hills is thinking the same thing here. Will Dwight-Englewood run?
They're waiting for it. They're prepared for it. Let's see if it does happen. Foul ball.
No go there.
Wind picks up once again.
Yep. That was an important pitch from Mulligan. It really was. To get ahead here, in a little bit of trouble. Big pitch.
Some more activity. Joe Napolitano back in the bullpen.
Clearly, Coach Evans thinking that perhaps this could be the last inning for Mulligan.
Another foul ball, 0-2, and Mulligan has a chance to get out of this runner on the corner.
I like what Mulligan's done here. He's come at him hard, goes up 0-2 here.
Ooh, runner
in motion.
And going home, safe for a 3-1 Dwight-Englewood lead.
That's tough. That's tough if you're Hills. That's tough. That was a time play.
Well, we were so busy talking about Alba going to second, we
Yeah.
forgot about the man at third going home.
Well,
Collins.
yeah, it looked like what they tried to do there was obviously send Alba and then time it so that the runner was able to advance to home. He drew a throw, and he beat it.
Still 0-2 at the plate, and there's a foul ball.
Yeah, that was a time play. That was a time play from Dwight-Englewood. Obviously, that's been worked on.
It was practiced,
Yes.
I'm sure.
It's a shame there because Mulligan was really battling. It still is, battling this batter. That was a tough one to give up.
Low one. 1-2.
Still ahead. Needs to come back with a big pitch here.
And there's a grounder to the shortstop, Tortora, and Mulligan gets out of it, but not before Dwight-Englewood scores 3 runs. 3-1 in the middle of the third. Can the Broncos come back? We'll get it to you in a minute. And now we begin the bottom of the third inning with Matt Tortora at the plate. The Broncos down 2 runs now to Dwight-Englewood.
Yeah, that was a tough inning for Hills. Unfortunately, one of those plays, you'd like to think could have been prevented. I was a little crafty what Dwight-Englewood tried there with that sort of run and break and then advance the runner from third to home. And it worked. Hills has to bounce back here.
Pop foul for Tortora. You think that may have been the final inning for Mulligan?
I think likely it is. I think his pitch count kind of got up there. There's some good activity here for Napolitano in the bullpen. Feels like Coach Evans will make a move next inning.
And there's a foul down the third baseline for Tortora. It's still Everett Garber in at pitcher for Dwight-Englewood. He's had a pretty good go at it so far.
Yeah, the first inning was a little rocky, but yeah, he certainly has found his groove.
See if he can hold on to it. 0-2 for Matt Tortora. Low one. up for the Broncos. We have Joe Giordano next and Andrew Strime after that. High swinging strike gets Matt Tortora, and that'll be one away.
Good stuff from Garber there. Up 0-2, comes back with 2 nice pitches. Gets him the bite on a high fastball.
Here's Giordano, the center fielder. Second at bat of the game.
Looking to
Missed
bunt.
the bunt.
Looking to bunt for a base hit there.
Would be interesting.
Interesting. I like to see him swing the bat here.
With no men on. There's the swing, but it's caught by the pitcher Garber, and 2 go away quickly.
It's a heck of a play from Garber. That's 2 times that Garber's been able to field his position extremely well. Hard ground ball right back to him. Nice play from Garber.
And up comes Andrew Strime, number 14, the second baseman today, a senior. Usually a pitcher. How does, in the majors and the pros, and even in college, you don't really see pitchers swinging. But when you have that, especially in high school, how does that help you at the plate?
Well, I think you get a better feel for the game. You know, if a pitcher's able to swing at the plate, get his at-bats, you get a better feel for how the game's flowing, what the weather's doing, how batters are seeing the ball or not seeing the ball. So I think it just keeps your pitcher more engaged, personally speaking.
Does it help you in any way with knowing what's coming at all? You kind of get in that mindset?
Yeah, I think especially just a feel for the overall game, right? I mean, these pitchers are well skilled. They've been around the game a long time. They kind of have an idea of what pitch selection may be on the docket. But there's also something to be said about feel for the game, and I think it keeps them much more engaged. That's a nice rip there.
Nice rip into right, and Andrew Strime is on.
Hills needed that. Get a little momentum going, maybe keep this inning going a little bit longer.
He was ahead in the count and got on base with 2 away, and up comes Ariane Stern. See how things go here. Hills in a bit of trouble. And Strime looked to go, but ultimately thought better of it.
Yeah, maybe looking to draw a throw there, but no go, ultimately.
There's an interesting pickoff from Garber.
Yeah, he wasn't even off first base at that point, but I guess keeping everybody on their toes. That was a decent move.
Pickoff. Well, there's no pickoff limitation here, as there is in the majors.
That's right.
No pitch clock either.
That's right.
But they like to keep it going quick. Swinging strike 1 for Stern.
Good high heat there from Garber. Again, getting ahead early. I think that's been his saving grace for the day.
Probably my favorite pitch in all of baseball, the high fastball.
Yep. Not easy to hold off on it.
But when you get somebody, it's really
We got him in
Here
motion.
comes
Let's see. Here's the
Strime,
throwdown.
and he is safe at second.
Nice straight steal from Strime.
Still 0-1.
Honestly, not even close on that one, right?
No.
Got a great jump, and even with a strong throw, significantly beat that.
He knew when to go and did it perfectly.
Yep.
And now Stern behind in the count, but only 0-1. There's a grounder. It will go to short, and that'll do it.
Nice stretch there by Dwight-Englewood's first baseman. Really nice stretch to get out of that inning.
End of the third, 3-1. Dwight-Englewood with the lead. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. Top of the fourth with Dwight-Englewood a 2-run lead and looking to add to it. This is Kevin Rich, the left fielder. They begin the fourth inning with 7-8-9. And the Broncos still have Eddie Mulligan on the mound for his 4th straight inning. Threw a ball just outside there, and a foul evens the count.
Yeah, if you're Hills and Eddie Mulligan, what you're looking for this inning is kind of go 1, 2, 3. You got the bottom part of the lineup for Dwight-Englewood. Mulligan's pitch count is climbing, and obviously we're working from behind. So what you're looking to see is up 1, 2, 3 inning and get back to the bats. Let's see how that plays out.
High one, 3-1. Got him on the swing.
Nice pitch
so
there.
One is out. Good pitch for Mulligan.
Exactly what he needed to do to start this inning.
Doesn't seem to be taxed at all, but we shall see. And so now up comes Michael Meese, number 24, second baseman and a sophomore, and he hits one foul down the third base line.
Again, bottom part of the order for Dwight-Englewood. Critical for Hills here to get out of this quickly.
Still a windy and cold day with little sun here at Pascack Hills. Not exactly the springtime weather.
No,
you
that's
expect.
for sure. Not exactly baseball weather.
No, this is more football. He went.
He went.
Yes,
Great
2
pitch.
away.
Exactly what we were predicting, right? Get out of this quick. That's 2 strikeouts to start off the inning.
Exactly what Eddie Mulligan and the Broncos needed. But I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems Joe Napolitano will start the 5th. That's a big miss. 1-0. Foul evens are up. And another foul, so 1 and 2 for, this is Jackson Joffrey, I believe.
Good job again by Eddie Mulligan getting out early. Getting in front, staying in front of these Dwight-Englewood batters. See if you can shut him down here.
Got him
There it is.
swinging, and
There it
that
is.
will bring us to the middle of the 4th. A great inning
That's a
for
beautiful
Eddie
inning.
Mulligan. 1, 2, 3, and I don't think the ball even went into play.
Nope. Great job there.
So we go to the middle of the 4th, a 3-1 Dwight-Englewood lead, but it looks like the Broncos are ready to upend that. Bottom of the 4th now, the Broncos down 3-1. And this is Anthony Blackford, the designated hitter, to start the inning. Ooh,
Another
big
nice play.
catch.
Garber,
And
another
out
nice
number
play.
1, Everett Garber, another field play. He takes a lot of time in his windup, but once he pitches, he's right back
He
up and
does.
ready to
No
go.
shortage of athletic ability from this kid, Garber. I mean, to jump off the mound as quickly as he's done, that's about 3 or 4 plays.
And that out will bring up Jake Lula, number 11.
Another
It's
ground
a
ball.
Grounder to third, and 2 go away quick.
It's a heck of a play from the third baseman there.
Not what the Broncos were looking for. Good play.
J.D. Collins, great play on third.
Collins. Good all-around player at the plate and in the field, I
Yeah.
would say. He's contributed a lot to Dwight-Englewood today.
Yeah, it's a good performance from Collins today. Dwight-Englewood defense looks sharp.
And now up comes Jake Szabo, the catcher. Batting .400 so far with 1 RBI. Let's see if he can get on base today. Dropped. First pitch. 2 are away. It's a 1-0 count and none are on.
What you don't want to do if you're Hills here is you don't want to go 1, 2, 3. You want to let Garber work.
Especially when you're down by 2 runs. You want to
Right.
get Dwight-Englewood in that bullpen
Right.
as soon as possible.
Exactly.
Szabo fouls one off, makes it 2-1.
Szabo right on it. See if you could turn on one here.
another foul, and that'll even the count.
Garber's dealing. What started as a rocky first inning, he's really settled in. He looks good on the mound still.
And I presume it helps he's got a 2-run
Exactly.
cushion.
Exactly. And his defense has stood by him.
Ooh,
Tough
called
pitch.
strike 3, and that'll end the 4th.
Gotta swing the bat there.
1-2-3 inning for Dwight-Englewood. It's 3-1. Here we are, top of the 5th, and we have a pitching change for the Broncos. Sophomore Joe Napolitano takes the mound, his first varsity appearance for these Broncos. He's been a pitcher all his life, and we'll see how he does here.
Yeti Mulligan had a nice outing. He really did. Just one half inning where he got a bit in trouble. One unfortunate, time play from Dwight-Englewood on the base path. But really a nice outing.
Especially that last inning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of good positive things to carry into the next game.
That was a very good 1-2-3 inning to end off.
Absolutely. 3 earned. I believe he's got 3 earned runs today.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I didn't see any unearned that I could think of.
And so this is Austin Kim, back to the top of the order for Dwight-Englewood, shortstop number 17.
Let's see what Napolitano could do here. His first outing, right?
First outing,
As a varsity pitcher.
probably some nerves, but considering he has a lot of experience, I would think
Yep.
he should settle in pretty quickly, but we shall see.
Yep. I like his first pitch. Looked like good velocity.
Nice swinging strike there.
2. He's throwing. Looks like he's
Good
throwing
one.
gas.
Yeah.
And what's nice here is you're coming in with a lefty. So this should throw Dwight-Englewood off a bit, facing a righty for
Yes.
4 or 5 innings. Now coming in with a lefty who's throwing some gas.
And 1-2-3, all swinging to get the first out. Joe Napolitano,
Beautiful.
good first at bat.
Beautiful. 3 tough pitches.
Gone a bit quiet on the base
Yes.
the base paths in the past few innings.
Yes. Hills has to keep it that way. If they have any chance of getting back in this game, they need some quick innings, and they got to get hot on the base path.
Well, this is Reese
is
Bowie.
tough.
He's the guy who can change that, and he does. Gets on first. So 1 is away and 1 is on.
No throw there from the third baseman. Wisely did not throw the ball around. Not much you're going to do on that infield base hit.
And now up comes the pitcher, Everett Garber. It's Stern at third.
Smart play from Stern. Be interesting to see Napolitano's pickoff move as a lefty. Let's see what he can do. Holding the runner on here.
Ooh, there's a high
That's
popper.
a high ball.
Stern goes back, lost it, and it's going to be caught by Tortora. So 2 go away.
Nice
Sun
play from
came out
Tortora,
at
yeah.
exactly the wrong time for the Broncos there. But
Yeah, I lost sight of it from here.
yes.
Good play from the shortstop.
But now 2 are away, and Bowie is still on first.
With his speed, it wouldn't shock me to see him go here.
This is J.D. Collins up to bat, another man who can get on the base paths. Swings for strike number 1.
Napolitano's dealing. He is dealing. Looks good.
Doing very well so far.
Sophomore lefty. Looks sharp.
Collins down in the count, only 0-1. Low 1.
Great stop from the catcher here. Great stop. Oh, looked like it hit him
Ooh, it hit him just barely. I
Looked
don't
like
know
it hit him
about
on the
that,
bounce.
But apparently it did.
on the bounce. Yeah, it certainly bounced first.
Yes. But still counts all the same.
Yep.
So now 2 are away and 2 are on for Mateus de Alba. Last time he was up, it was a battle. Went to a full count, had 3 foul balls after that, and then eventually struck out. Take strike 1.
Good spot from Napolitano. Just missed on the inside part.
high one. 1-1 now.
Looked like he went off speed there and missed a bit on the curveball. Looked like he was trying to throw a curve. Missed high.
Again, his first varsity appearance, doing pretty well so far.
Absolutely.
Ooh, runner almost
Oh,
goes.
picked
Pick
him
off,
off.
got him!
Got him.
Good play from Joe Napolitano.
Caught him leaning there.
Gets Reese Bowie. The crowd goes crazy behind us.
Great play.
And the
Great inning.
Broncos
Great
go
first
to
inning.
the bottom of the 5th. Down 2 still.
Bottom 5, right?
Bottom of the 5th. A quick game so far, and here's Ronan Stern for the Broncos leading off. Almost faked the bunt there.
Yeah. Garber's still dealing. Still dealing. If you're Hills, you really want to get to the bullpen now.
Ooh, there's a
That ball's hit
nice
really
fly
hard.
ball. It will drop foul, I think.
Yep. Foul ball.
So 1-1. Nice rip, just
Just
bit
missed it.
foul.
You could see though that Garber's still throwing gas. It's
Yes.
all the hitters seem to be behind on these pitches, hitting it to opposite field. So you know he's still dealing.
He seems barely winded, if at all.
Yeah, I'd love to know his pitch count.
I mean, other than that first inning, he's been,
Yeah, it's been a clean game.
yeah.
Been a clean game from him.
Ooh, swinging strike 2.
Looked off speed to me from here. Hills really needs to jump on
Stern
this.
was looking for the fastball, but did not get it. Ball 2, so it's an even count.
Laid off some high heat there. Good discipline.
And there's a nice rip. It'll stay fair, and that'll be a base hit for Ronan Stern to start the bottom of the 5th.
That's a great piece of hitting from Stern there. Great piece hit. Not doing too much with it. Almost a half swing there, taking an opposite field. And more importantly, getting on base here to start the inning for Hills. They need some action here.
Back to the top of the order with Kyle Wankus. I believe his 4th at-bat today.
I think that's right. Yeah, Wenkus has been the hot hand for Hills' first 2 games. Let's see if he can continue here and really get some action here.
This has gone by quick, but if you think about it, we've gone through each team's order at least twice.
Yes.
Pickoff is not in time.
You got no out here for Hills. You like to see a stolen base or at least a hit and run. Need to get some runners in scoring position.
A looking strike there for Wankus. I have not seen Stern steal, at least
Okay.
this year. So
We haven't seen a throwdown by the catcher either,
no,
right?
we have not.
So,
We haven't
yeah.
seen a pop. There's another pickoff.
We don't know what kind of arm the catcher has here, so
He held off on that first one, and that was his only opportunity.
Pat, there you
Pickoff
go,
is
Pistol.
wild, and that'll allow Stern to get to second cleanly.
big opportunity for Hills now.
Still just an 0-1 count at the plate. And now Ronan Stern is in scoring position with none away.
Big opportunity here. No outs, runner in scoring position. You gotta drive him home if you're Hills. Costly mistake there for Dwight-Englewood. Let's see if Hills capitalizes.
0-1 still for Wankus. Stern leading at second. Bunt. Stays fair. Wankus is safe at first. And we have runners on the corners.
Big play from Hills. Beautifully executed bunt. And he just beat it.
None
Just
are
beat
out.
it with his legs.
And now the Broncos have the tying run at first, with Matt Tortora coming to the plate. It's cooled off a bit from yesterday, but still very, very good. Batting .857 before we got here, and now Dwight-Englewood will talk.
Yeah, huge opportunity for Hills. Runners at the corners, no out. Meaty part of the lineup. I would anticipate Hills to get Wenkus in motion at some point during this at bat.
I would think. He's the speedster.
Yeah, and they need the tying run and scoring position. So I would look for it. Maybe second pitch, third pitch, depending on what Garber gets out to.
Garber will stay on the mound after the conference.
See, a lot of times, Matt, what teams will do here is the catcher will appear like he's throwing down a second for the steal and have the shortstop and the second baseman cut the ball off in the infield. Again, in hopes of trying to catch the Hills third base runner in a rundown, let's say.
We shall see how Tortora does here. That seems like something they would have practiced.
Yep.
High and inside for ball one. Another high one.
No go from Hills. Hills up 2-0 here in the count. Garber finding a little bit of trouble here. Probably a good opportunity to fake a bunt. Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
That's why he's the esteemed analyst Anthony Balzano.
3-0
3-0
here.
at the plate.
Yeah, to me, this is a clear take. Garber clearly having some trouble finding the plate.
No matter what.
I would take this all the way.
Looks like he's bunting.
There
Faked
it
it
is.
and got the walk, so bases are loaded.
4 straight. Yeah, Matt, that was designed. No way he was going to bunt. No way he was going to swing there.
Yep. A very,
Just creating some-
good call from
some
Nick
distraction.
Evans and Matt Tortora. And so now comes up Joey Giordano with the bases loaded. Grand slam, please, Joe.
And this is a great
that'd
spot
be
for
pretty
Giordano.
fun.
Great spot for him.
And another mound conference for Dwight-Englewood. This may be it.
This may be it for
Garber.
Garber. And it looks like it is.
There goes Everett Garber with a very good game today.
Absolutely.
A little bit of trouble in the first inning, but since then he has been incredible. And now we will see who comes to the mound for Dwight-Englewood.
This has to be Hill's inning. This has to be Hill's inning to get back in it. With no out, bases loaded here.
On the mound, I think it is Reese Bowie who started the game at first base, but he is now on the mound.
So similar mix to Hills, right? Strong throwing righty followed up by a lefty.
We'll see how that goes. Bases are loaded. We're in the bottom of the fifth, and none are out.
Big opportunity for Hills. Have to capitalize here. Bowie looks like he's struggling to find the plate even at warm-ups here. Let's see if he settles in.
You've got 3 chances to get at least a base hit.
Yep.
And hopefully 2 to tie this one up.
Yeah, now one thing, if you're Hills here, you want to be aggressive in terms of your secondary lead from your runner on first and second. However, you want to be very careful. You don't get caught on a hard line drive and doubled up.
Yeah.
That'll certainly take the wind out of the Hills' sails. So you got to be a little careful, but still trying to be aggressive. Base hit, you have to be thinking scores too.
Well, it depends on where it is. If it's an infield one, I think just maybe not any come down.
No, absolutely. Anything to the outfield, you got to be thinking too here.
They're looking to tie it up, and Reese Bowie is going to try and stop that. Joey Giordano will try to facilitate it at home plate. Everybody gets back in position, and we're set to go
Here we go.
with some pivotal at-bats
Absolutely.
for Pascack Hills.
Tough to come in if you're Bowie here. Also for Hills, huge at-bat for Giordano.
Reese Bowie has been the man. He's got a 2.33 ERA so far. I believe that was an outside ball.
Throwing hard. A lot of pop on that one. See what Giordano could do here. Big spot.
He has pitched 3 innings, given up 3 runs, but 1 earned, with 5 strikeouts and 2 hits. Recorded on NJ.com. Ooh, swinging strike 1 for Giordano.
Good pitch, good swing. Just missed it.
Nice fastball.
Giordano's got to be looking fastball still.
Another swinging strike, and so it's 1 and 2.
He struck him out.
Got struck out.
Yeah.
I was behind in the count. How about that?
Tough at bat for Giordano.
Tough at bat, but still 2 more chances for Hills. Here comes Andrew Strine.
Again, got to stay out of the double play ball, even in terms of a ground ball. Needs something in the air deep.
Checked up, but I think it was still a strike. Couldn't really see the umpire call.
I couldn't tell. Hills needs a base hit here.
At least 1 run should score this inning. If they don't, that's not exactly very good.
Right.
There's, a foul ball. That's stopped in his tracks.
He's right on it.
So 0 and 2 now.
Right on it. Strime needs his hitting cleanup here.
Bowie, readying, foul.
Big hole between shortstop and third base here. Dwight-Englewood shortstop's really holding runner on second very closely, very tightly.
Nice gap there.
Yeah, it's a very nice hole if you're Hills. You want to capitalize on that. Here we go.
Could be exploited by Strime, lefty batter. Oof. A swinging strike 3, and all of a sudden 2 go away.
That's 2 straight strikeouts for Bowie. He's throwing very hard.
And now here comes Arion Stern. Could be the last chance for the Broncos to do something with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. High 1, ball 1.
Good discipline.
Stern, 333, 1 RBI.
Stern needs a hit here.
A pitcher as well, started the last game. Looking strike, 1 and 1 now.
Stern looks comfortable. Looks like he's on him. Needs to just poke one here.
Steady breeze towards the wall in right center.
A 2-1 hitters count now. You're looking for something you could drive here.
Let's see what Stern can do. Two away and 3 and 1 count.
Good spot for Ari Stern now. 3-1 again. If you're him, I would give the green light here if I was Hills. You're looking for something in your strike zone that you can drive. Got to take advantage.
Here's Bowie. Had 2 straight strikeouts. And was that a called strike?
Oof.
It was. Ooh, boy, that looked outside to me.
Tough
But
pitch
now
to
it's
call
a
strike.
full count, 3 and 2 with 2 away.
Got to protect here.
Stern was ready to walk to first.
Runners will be in motion.
Now we may be out of it. And there it is.
He struck out the side.
Wow.
Wow.
End of the 5th, 3 to 1. Reese Bowie comes in and saves a bases-loaded situation for Dwight-Englewood. 2 innings left.
That was a big spot for Bowie.
Top of the 6th inning, Dwight-Englewood looking to preserve their 2-run lead. Joe Napolitano still on the mound for the Broncos. At the plate for the Bulldogs, it is Mateus D'Alba. 12:48 on this early April Saturday here in Montvale. sun has come out steadily. And ball number 1.
Yeah, looking back on that last inning, Matt, just a tough one for Hills, right? Bases loaded, no outs. Couldn't produce a run there.
Really, the only thing that came of it was the fact that Everett Garber is now not on the mound for Dwight-Englewood.
Yes.
But
with
his
Bowie's
replacement,
performance there, yeah.
Reese Bowie.
Yeah. I mean, 3 straight strikeouts. Tough. Got to give Bowie credit there.
3-0 count already for Napolitano. Gets a strike. Well, there are 2 games going on today, as here's a high fly ball back to the wall and off the wall in center field. Giordano gets the throw to second, but it is not in time, and Mateus de Alba leads off with a double.
That ball's rocked.
May have been gone.
About a foot or 2 in front of the fence. If this wind wasn't blowing a little bit, that might have been out of here.
There wasn't much wind to help it,
No,
though, so
it wasn't.
I don't know. This is now Noah Fisher, the freshman center fielder, coming to the plate with a man on second and none out. As I was saying, the Tom Kaechele Classic today. We have 2 games here at Pascack Hills, only able to cover this one, unfortunately. But the other 2 teams have arrived now, and I'm sure we'll enjoy watching the end of this one. Bunting, Fisher, foul.
Yeah, if you're Dwight-Englewood here, you're thinking of basically just adding another run here to pad their lead. Hills has to find a way to get out of this inning.
They are looking for their first win of the season. Tied their first game, lost their second. The Broncos undefeated through 2 games. As 2 straight foul balls for Noah Fisher.
Napolitano a good spot here. He has a 0-2 on 2 missed bunts. I'll look for either off speed or high heat here from Napolitano. Let's see. Looked off speed to me.
Swinging strike 3, and Joe Napolitano gets 1 out.
It looked like a changeup to me. Exactly what he needed in that situation.
Good pitch decision, and now Kevin Rich, the other freshman starter for Dwight-Englewood, comes up. With 1 away and a man on second. Swung at a wild pitch.
No, I think he fouled it back. I think it was tipped.
Either way, 0-1. Bulldog dugout jumping. Napolitano winding. Ball 1. Napolitano checks second.
Hill's doing a good job holding on to Alba.
De Alba's leading. Foul ball there. 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. I'd still be looking if I'm Napolitano to drop either a curveball here or maybe some high heat. Let's see what he goes with. Yep, went high.
1. So even count 2.
Didn't get him to bite.
High fly ball foul.
Foul back.
And the count stays at 2-2.
Need a big pitch here from Napolitano. Let's see.
Ooh, that
Great
looked
spot,
over the
off
plate.
speed.
Ari Stern says so. Or Ronan Stern says so. I think
Look
both
good from
of them
here.
did.
Look good from here.
But now it is a full count, 3-2. 1 out and a man on second. Another foul
They
ball.
got him to chase high.
Another battle here for Kevin Rich of Dwight-Englewood.
Rick did a good job there just fouling that off. Making Napolitano work here. I really like what I'm seeing from Napolitano, though. First outing as a varsity pitcher. Really like what I'm seeing.
First appearance, a sophomore going up against juniors and seniors mostly. This one being a freshman, however, and got him to swing.
What a pitch. That was nasty.
That was very good.
That was nasty.
Had a nice fade.
Yep.
Started over the plate, but went low and inside.
Looked
once
like
it got
looked
there.
like a nasty curveball from here.
Very good pitch from Joe Napolitano. And now it's 2 away with a man on second. So Joe Napolitano may get out of this one here. Has to get out of Michael Meese. The sophomore has a ball to start off.
Very impressed with this young man today. I think he's going to have a really bright future for Hills as a sophomore. Really impressed with what he's throwing out here.
Almost going the runner at Alba.
Another good spot. Looked like the umpire called that a ball.
Really?
He's been squeezing him a little bit here.
Yeah. Ooh, swung at that one. 2-1.
Great pitch from Napolitano.
Meese is a sophomore. Has only had 2 plate appearances. And Napolitano got him, so he did call that one a
He
strike.
did. He struck him out.
And so we go to the middle of the 6th. The Broncos still down 3-1. They need to get something started at the plate. Bottom of the 6th, the Broncos need to get something going from the plate. This is Anthony Blackford, the designated hitter, and he takes ball 1.
Hills down to the last 6 outs. Really have to make something happen if they want to get back in this game.
Ball 2. Low one for ball 3.
Need runners on here if you're Hills.
So Bowie, with a 3-0 count, throws a strike.
Clear take all the way there. Hills dugout all up. They realize the importance of this inning here.
Ooh, fouled to the dugout fence. So
Ripped foul.
Full count.
I have to tell you, Matt, really appreciate you inviting us out today to do this. It's been 25 years since I've been back to this field.
Yeah. How has it changed since then?
Oh, God, there's so much that's different. This complex is just unbelievable. We didn't have a fence. The infield looks fantastic. I actually have a parking lot here versus parking on Acres Avenue for those former Hills residents. Football field looks great. Girls softball. Really done some nice things here.
Infield was redone last year.
Oh, okay.
And Blackford,
Let's see.
he did not go.
He did
so
not go?
He'll go to first base on a walk.
Okay. Some momentum for Hills here.
And jumping around is Jake Lula. I think we have a good result from our lacrosse game, considering I hear some
Oh, was it
cheers.
lacrosse going?
Yes,
Okay,
boys
okay.
lacrosse over there. I'm not sure who they're playing. Outside, ball 1.
But we're finding a little bit of trouble here finding the plate. If I'm Hills, I'm being very selective. Trying to get runners on, create some things here. I'm being very selective.
fouled off. 1-1. Swinging,
tough pitch.
strike 3 for Jake Lula.
Tough pitch.
And now one is away with 1 on. And up comes Jake Szabo.
Need something here from Szabo.
Would be big. Outside for ball 1.
I tell you, we don't have a radar gun, but Bowie's pop sounds fantastic.
Yes. A very, very fast fastball for the high school level.
Yeah, I'd have to
1-1.
think he's upper 70s, low 80s, just looking at it from here.
You would think so. 1-1 after the swinging strike from Szabo.
Look for some action, perhaps on the base path. Let's see.
Swinging strike 2. Ball comes out.
The one observation I'll make here on Hills is that I haven't seen a lot of aggressiveness to me on the bases today. I don't know if there's some intel on this catcher for Dwight-Englewood.
Swinging strike 3 for Szabo. Sorry to interrupt.
No, well, good.
But I agree. They've been very conservative. Usually I would see them steal, but that usually comes from Kyle Wankus. But he's only been on base once or twice today.
Yeah.
I don't think he's stolen.
There must be some intelligence on this catcher for Dwight-Englewood. He must have a cannon, because I don't see a lot of opportunities here from Hills.
He must save it for a good time because he didn't use it that first time.
Yep.
This is Ronan Stern, who takes a high ball.
2 out here for Hills.
The man on first, this is not what they want, down 2 in the bottom of the 6th. They play 7 innings here, and Stern ahead in the count. Ooh, there's a rip, but it's foul. So 2-1.
I do think the Hills hitters are significantly behind Bowie here. Any foul balls you've seen have been opposite field, which tells me that they're not getting the bats around on him.
And there's a swinging strike 3 to go to the top of the 7th, and Dwight-Englewood still holds that 2-run lead. Top of the 7th, last chance for the Broncos to get a stop. They cannot allow any more runs. They're already down 2, and we have some action in the bullpen. Anthony Blackford warming up. It is still Joe Napolitano on the mound.
Still dealing. Really like his performance today. Can't say enough about him as a sophomore coming out.
1-1 count. The batter here, I believe, is Jackson Jaffrey.
How many hits has Hills had today? Do we know?
How many
Hits?
hits? I would say around 5 or 6.
Yeah. Yeah, the bats have been a little quiet. It's another strikeout for Napolitano.
Yes.
Really dealing. Blackford behind us warming up. Here's some pop.
Would only come in for probably the last batter or 2. This is an interesting time to warm him up unless they think we may go to extras. There's a rip from Austin Kim caught by the second baseman Andrew Strime, and 2 are away quickly.
Yeah, looking to get out of this quickly. Get to the last bat here for Hills. Got to come up with something.
That'll bring up Reese Bowie. Started at first base, now is the pitcher for Dwight-Englewood. Takes a high ball. another high ball. So 2-0 quickly for Bowie. Once again high and quickly, Napolitano behind in the count. Broncos in orange today. They usually wear white at home.
Oh, okay. That's a big difference too, Matt.
Yes.
For us, we always had dark brown jerseys 25 years ago. Oh, and we were called the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's
a
also a
significant
change.
Yeah.
A bit of significance.
Last couple of years, I guess they've went to the Bronco name.
It seems so. 2 are away. There's a man on first. And this is Everett Garber. I believe he's slotted in at first base now.
Yeah, I think that's right. Good outing for him today, for sure.
Very good as the starter. And there's a ground ball to Torts. He'll pick it up and get the out at second. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the seventh. One last chance for the Broncos to even the score or walk it off, maybe. Let's hope that happens. That'd be pretty exciting. We'll be back in a minute. So here is Kyle Wankus, number 30, the first baseman at the plate, led off for the Broncos. They scored 1 run in the top of the first, have been scoreless since then, and now have one last chance in the bottom of the 7th inning to tie it up or walk it off. Let's see Wankus. It is still Reese Bowie on the mound, and that was a ball.
Starting off with a ball there. Yep. Hills has to generate some base runners here.
Outside, ball 2.
Again, 2-0 here. I'm being very selective. If I'm Wankus, I'm looking for something that I could drive.
Another ball. 3-0.
3-0, to me, clearly a take here all the way.
And he took it, but it was a strike.
It's okay.
3-1. Now do you start swinging on 3-1?
Yeah, if you see something here in the zone, you're looking to drive this.
Outside ball 4.
There you go.
And so Kyle
Hills has some
Wankus
life.
goes on. We have a man on.
Got a man on down 2, so you have to be careful here, right? You have to be careful. I'd be very careful about setting him in this situation, although you'd love to see somebody get in a scoring position, but that run means nothing right now.
Yes.
That run means nothing, so
This
I think
is-
you're very conservative here for your Hills.
This is the shortstop, Matt Tortora, with a none out and Kyle Wankus on first. Takes a ball.
But we having some trouble finding the strike zone here.
That's how he was in the in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, 5 pitches, 1 strike so far.
Then
So
he came back and ended it pretty strongly, so we'll see how things go here. Once again outside.
2-0 in the count. Up 2-0 in the count if you're Hills here. Nice. Hitters count. Again, looking for something that you love if you're the hitter here.
Tortora 4 for 4 yesterday, cooled off a bit today. Inside. 3-0.
3-0. Again,
Another
to me, all
time
take.
to look.
I'd straight take here. Need base runners. That's up.
That looked high, but it was
Ooh.
called.
Oof. Looked up in the zone to me.
He laid off.
It's all right.
3-1.
3-1, still again. Gotta love it here.
Good call, though, on 3-0 to lay off. Now,
In
low
the dirt.
1 and 2 men go on.
2-1 here. Now you got your tying run on first with no out.
None out, and Joe Giordano comes to the plate. And another chance for Dwight-Englewood to talk things over.
Wouldn't shock me if they go to a pitch and change here.
They haven't warmed up anybody. That
Yeah, I
they've
haven't
put
seen
in
any
today.
action. I can't see what's going on the other
They
side.
could, they could have something going back on the path over there.
Yeah, I can't see.
But we
Let's
are on
see.
a hill, and that's lower than where we are, so
Yep.
wouldn't know if that's possible. but
Bowie's standing out there.
I would think they did that once, but then again, Bowie
Yeah.
is he came in straight from first
Yeah,
base. So.
yeah. True. Let's see. Let's see if he continues to just get in trouble here, or if he's able to work through it. Hills needs this here.
Kyle Wankis represents the second run for Pascack Hills. He's on second base. Matt Tortora represents the tying run for Pascack Hills. He's on first. And Joey Giordano represents the winning run for Pascack Hills. He's at the plate right now to start his at-bat.
And he really needs to get it going here.
Bunt, foul.
Look at a bunt. Interesting call. Interesting call.
Took that. Ball one.
Did he call that a strike?
That was way too low and outside for it to be a strike. But you
Okay.
never know. We may have
certainly hope so.
We may have Angel Hernandez back there. Swinging strike two. Oh,
He did strike him out.
He did call that a strike. My goodness. So now one is away, and up comes Andrew Strime. One away, once again, same situation. Wankis at second, Torts at first, and Strime at the plate. That had to have been a ball.
Big at bat here for Hills.
Wankis leading, looking to dart to third. Timeout for Strime.
Nice lead for Wankus. Got to get a good secondary here.
Another timeout.
Wankus very active there. Looks like he's
Haven't-
distracting Bowie a little bit.
Haven't seen him steal yet today.
No.
Would be very surprised if he didn't do it in this situation. Is that a strike?
I couldn't tell.
I think that looked
I
like
couldn't
that
tell
looked
from here.
outside, so 2-0. Pop foul.
Got to get a good secondary here too.
Andrew Strime 2-1. Ooh,
That
there's
ball's-
a
that
pop
ball's
fly
ripped.
to center.
Yep.
It is caught
He's under it.
by Noah Fisher, and now 2 are away.
Nice play by the center fielder to get back on that ball.
So here is Ari Stern with 2 outs and 2 men on, representing the winning run, but he would need a hell of a hit to do that. First pitch to Stern high.
Tough pitch.
Tough pitch, 1-1. Swinging, strike 2.
Down to
One
our last strike here
away
for
from
Hills.
ending it. Ari Stern at the plate. 2 men on. The tying run at first, Stern the winning run at home, but Reese Bowie can put a stop to that. Outside, ball 2.
Got to protect here. Anything close. Anything close got to be swinging.
Ari Stern, number 3, fouls one off.
Right on it. Good at bat.
2 out, 2 men on, 2 and 2. Hopefully 2's his lucky number.
Yep. And the pitch.
Swinging strike 3, Dwight-Englewood wins.
Tough one for Hills.
And Dwight-Englewood gets their first win of the year. Pascack Hills takes their first loss of the year. The Broncos go down to 2-1. Dwight-Englewood 1 across the board. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. Some final thoughts from the game?
Yeah, I mean, listen, for Hills, I think it's still a positive performance. Really like what I saw from Joe Napolitano as a sophomore lefty pitcher. Really like it. I think he's going to have a really bright future. I think Mulligan had a really good performance, too. 1 inning of trouble. Other than that, very clean game. The bats didn't come around today for Hills, but it's part of the game, you know. I think they've been off to a hot start, so hopefully today was just a little bit of an anomaly. And for Dwight-Englewood, great pitching performances. I thought their bats came around timely, and they had some clever base running. But overall, I thought it was a very well-played ball game. It's just nice to see good baseball. And I have to say, Matt, thanks again for having me.
I hope you
it's
enjoyed your time
meaningful
back
to come
here.
back. My son's here with me. 25 years later, I'm back on
Yeah.
my home field. My son can see baseball. And I think it's going to be a good season for Hills. I like to come back and see them play. I think they got a lot of young talent, and obviously some key talent at the senior levels going into D1 college. So
Yes.
very optimistic. Good day out.
A little bit has changed, but I don't think much has changed since you were here.
Ball players are much better than when we were here, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's very good to see. So thank you, Mr. Anthony
Thanks, Matt.
Balzano, for coming on.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you to Sean Barry for being our cameraman today. I'm Matthew Merlino. We will see you next week with some more baseball, lacrosse, and softball action here from Pascack Hills.